Okay, hey guys, how's it going? First of all, happy 4th of July, 2014. Um, Hope you all are doing alright. Yeah, I'll be doing the same celebrating tonight like other people this evening. But I thought I'd do something a little different. I mean, like I said, I haven't really been, I have urban legends. Like I said, I haven't been focusing on them as much. I enjoy those ones I've enjoyed are the ones in my childhood chasing down those urban legends and explaining them and all that and having a good old time. Well, I thought I'd do something. I don't know for whatever reason I want to do this. I feel I really like this story tale and I read it anyway. I love reading the kids' books, and I found this one, and for whatever reason I was researching, doing the arrowheads and researching that kind of stuff kind of knocks you back into other kind of research for me. I'm rabbit trailing anyway all the time, so it brought me to a paleo Indian tale, which I want to dig farther where they got the tale and everything. It's called The Legend of the Cranberry. It's really this is stories in both of these books, and The Legend of the Cranberry by Ellen Green. It's illustrated. The illustrations are fantastic. The Mastodon in here by Brad Sneed, but this is a little bit more true to life. This is the legends of the Delaware Indians and picture writing. In this book, both tales I got by Richard C. Adams. He was a Delaware or a Lenape, 1864 to 1921, and he devoted 25 years of his life to being a champion of the Delaware causes, or the Lenape causes. And he wrote 5 books about legends, Delaware legends, religion, and traditions. And Deborah Nichols also helped in this book. But this was a little bit more true to life, more pure in the form of oral storytelling. This is, done for children, ages 4 to 8. I enjoy it. But like I said, the illustrations, man, are fantastic. I love it, about how the Mastodon rebelled. But I want to read a part of the story for you, and why am I doing a thing on Paleo Indian legends. On this one, I just enjoyed it. It struck me. It's just one, like I said, that's the way I roll. I guess I like what I'm at the time. Where I'm at the time, I like it. But I heard this too today, and I remember this quote today. Just walking across while channel surfing, watched from the little Disney movie, which I enjoyed and I bought. One of my favorite ones is Brave, about Merida, and what she quoted. She said, and it's really what it's kind of the same kernel of truth thing with urban legends. There's a quality of, there is some truth to them. But same with this, on oral storytelling. My grandmother used to do this for me. Eastern Band Cherokee, she was a Christian lady, but her story, with her father poured tons of stuff that I even got personal. So I think I did one video called Legends of it's on my great grandfather. He come up against the Brushy Mountain Demon when he was battling that stuff, and he came to the Lord on his own. Nobody reached out to him, but that's a story within itself. Which, when I tell the story, it now it doesn't seem seems like a legend in a sense. It's but Meredith said it like this on the Discovery Channel, and I'll say it before I want to tell a part of the story. Before you get on with your fourth, legends are lessons. They ring with truths. And she said, our kingdom is young, and our story are not yet legends. It's true. One time they had a truth. They were truth. And as they get older, they almost become legends. Some stories. So I'm going to tell you this story and put on my site, The Legend of the Cranberry, or also called The Legend of the Mastodon, and I think in Lenape, how's that say? Yakwahe? Yakwahe? Probably like a large beast, hairless beast, if I understand their language. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. So The Legend of the Yakwahe, or The Legend of the Cranberry. The Yakwahe, or Mastodon, that was placed here for the benefit of the Indian was intended as a beast of burden and to make itself generally useful to the Indians. This beast rebelled. It was fierce, powerful, and invincible. its skin being so strong and hard that the sharpest spears and arrows could scarcely penetrate it. It made war against all other animals that dwelt in the woods and on the plains, which the Great Spirit had created to be used as meat for his children, the Indians. A final battle was fought, and all the beasts of the plains and the forest arrayed themselves against the mastodon. The Indians were also to take part in the decisive battle if necessary, as the Great Spirit had told them they must annihilate the mastodon. The Great Bear was there, and he was wounded in the battle. I think he was called Yakwahe too, the hairless bear. The battle took place in the Ohio Valley west of the Alleghenies. The Great Spirit descended and sat on a rock on top of the Alleghenies to watch the tide of the battle. Great numbers of the mastodons came, and still greater numbers of the other animals. The slaughter was terrific. The mastodons were being victorious, and until last the valleys ran in blood. And I think in the other version it said that the Native Americans, the Delawares, or the Paleos at the time, Indians, said their pre-ancestors had dug great pits and put branches over them to trap that he had instructed them to trap these mastodons in this battle. And as they were sinking in this thing, in the mire, as they were battling, were drowned. So the Great Spirit became angry at the mastodon, and from the top of the mountain hurled bolts of lightning at their sides until he had killed all except one large bull, who cast aside the bolts of lightning with his tusks and defiled everything. Tusks. Killing many of the other animals in his rage until he was last wounded. He then bounded across the Ohio River over the Mississippi, swam the Great Lakes, and went to the far north where he lives to this day. Traces of the battle may yet be seen. The marshes and the mires are still there, and in them the bones of the mastodons still are found, as well as the bones of other animals. There was a terrible loss of the animals that were made for food for the Indians in that battle, and the Indians grieved much to see it. So the Great Spirit caused, in remembrance of that day, the cranberry, or the craneberry, however you say it, to come and grow in the marshes to be used as food. Its coat always bathed in blood in remembrance of that awful battle. I read from the legend of the Delaware Indians and the picture writings of Richard C. Adams. This one, like I said, the same story, the legend of the cranberry, is just as nice. I'll probably get the book's so pretty. I think I like stuff like that. I'll probably buy it for myself anyway. I've read it before to Lexus. No, I haven't read this one to her, but this tale's a good tale. But in reading of all that, you gather a truth. I do, that the story was handed down, that it probably did happen, that obviously nature was involved here and the lore. I mean, they believed the Great Spirit, and there was obviously something that happened that day and with the mastodon. But mankind has a way, like I said, we have a tendency. I enjoy hunting as much as any man, but we also don't want to, do like and get rid of them. I'm sure they had a hard time producing. That's probably why they're extinct or gone, like the elephants are really having trouble with the poachers and stuff. But still, it's a good story. There was my story, the legends of the craneberry or the cranberry of the Lenape. Whoops. Lenape Indians, Delaware Indians. Both books are good. And a lot of good stories in them. But there's my 4th of July video on a story. And it's kind of a story time thing. It was something I really did enjoy. And another type of a legend. More of an oral story. A tradition. That's what an urban legend was too, a passing of tales. So, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you have a great 4th of July. Have fun, be safe. And a happy Independence Day. For old Jeff, and just have a great Friday. It's funny, this was going to be a good Friday this week. A little warm, but still nonetheless, it'll be enjoyable. Thanks again for listening. Hope you have a great weekend, and talk to you guys later. And always stay with me for a while. It's always going to be a good one.